My
It's
camera.
kind of a fun kind of play on words here, right? Because the reality is
Record
that
video.
the research on teaching and learning is pretty timeless, right? If we do these 6 things, right, we're going to feel really good about the outcomes in our courses, and I think our students are going
Record
to as
video.
well. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about how we can use AI to allow these 6 things to happen in your class without necessarily spending a ton more time. Because the one thing that you all have in common that I believe we can all agree is you all have a ton of responsibilities, right? You all have a ton of things going on. And so to bring learning to life, to engage learners in active learning, to scaffold, to be inclusive in everything you do, offer consistent assessment and strategic feedback, you're going to look and say, wow, I can barely do one of those things, let alone all these things at once in all of my classes for all my students, right? So we want to be able to really show you how AI, this new tool, is going to allow us to still do those things that we're really good at, but hopefully save us a lot of time. Now, it's important to note we're going to cover a lot of different tools, and our goal is to show you all the different tools that we're currently using, and hopefully you'll be able to take away at least one of these really exciting tools. Now, you'll see the first 4 right here. These are probably the more popular tools, and so we'll spend a lot of time talking about these, particularly ChatGPT. The best thing about ChatGPT, if you haven't used it yet, it's really user-friendly just to get in. You don't have to sign up. You can use it for just basic prompts. If you want to log in, you want to get an account, obviously there's paid versions like all of these, but the key is it's really user-friendly. Conmigo is incredible. This is an incredible tool. If you haven't done any prompt engineering, you're nervous about prompt engineering, if you're in that B bucket where you're not afraid of AI but you don't know where to start, Conmigo is a great place to start. We're going to talk about that just in a little bit. And then finally, don't forget about Kahoot, Bongo, Perusal, and your own LMS, depending on what it has. You might actually have some built-in AI functions. And of course, don't forget about our favorite AI component, which is, of course, the auto-correcting, right? I believe that's AI that use it for everything. It's that little red and green squiggly lines. All right, well, let's get started with my favorite part of the acronym, which is what we're calling Bring Learning to Life. And this is basically connecting content to real-world applications. And what I want to do is I want to tell you a really funny story about how students, I think about this sometimes. And so I often used to joke with my students that, they thought that learning only took place in these 4 walls that was the classroom. So I'll never forget one day I walk into class. I was early in my teaching career, and my student just looks at me with this scowl, and you could just tell he's super mad at me. So I walk up to him, and I'm sweating bullets, and I'm like, Vince, man, what's going on? You look like you're really frustrated with me. He goes, I can't not see communication now anymore because of you. And I said, well, what do you mean? And Vince is like, I was watching a movie this weekend with my girlfriend, and sure enough, all I could see was conflict strategies and how they were using conflict